I want to preface this firstly by saying that this is entirely going to be unscripted, so it's going to be pretty shit, and also that I'm not using any sort of like advanced tools to make this look good. I'm just doing this on a super basic level just to kind of focus on the gameplay and the thought process on what I'm actually doing here. This is some older clips. I think they might be pre auto nerf, so the gameplay might not necessarily reflect accurately on a meta, I guess, as it stands now, or as you should play on it now. But I think there's a lot of transferable skills and a lot of baseline stuff that could be useful even to Ana as of now. So we're gonna get started with a clip from point two of Volskaya Industries. Me and my friend Zul Actual just pushed through on point A and have roughly 7.5 minutes to take point B. And I think we just had to deal with some stragglers, some people that were heckling us from behind. I tried to throw a grenade through here because that's already clearly needing healing, but it was a bad throw. It hit the barrier. It wasn't any good. A little disorientated from the Orisa Graviton, but right now just trying to get good heals on the soldier to make sure he doesn't go down, and now focusing on Zarya. Like any healer, obviously you focus on people who are yellow or critical, but there are certain priorities that you have to go for. Right now, just focusing mainly on trying to get as much healing as possible. Zarya pushed in with no support, so she's low priority to me right now. But I can peek in here and get her healed up back to full. I think Orisa just keeps getting hit with those biotic grenades, and missed a sleep dart on Orisa back there too. That was kind of bad, and those bears are really obnoxious to deal with because I need that line of sight. And another decent grenade there. And the damage boost from Orisa definitely incentivizes using another damage boost from Ana and on Zarya because she was at really high energy. So she pushed in, made him break away from the choke. Genji's ulting and getting a couple picks there, doing some high damage. Actually killed the Reinhardt here with the sleep dart because he's a good target and he doesn't have a shield up, obviously. So it's almost like a given to always use that sleep dart on any tank whenever you get the chance. Even if, it gets negated instantly by someone shooting it, like, say, Winston. I think Zulu here is using his ult. Yeah, he picks off Lucio. That's a good pick. And Hanzo. So they only have, like, one or two people on the point now. But as I was out of position there, our team had pulled back, and so I got picked off. Now we're going to fast forward, I think, here for a second and get back to the action. It looks like we're back here at the choke again. Hans is up there on the top right, just kind of heckling. Fortunately, it doesn't really get any scatter arrows off as far as I can tell. That really, like one-shot anybody. BT's go up there to get the high ground. And I'm going up there with him to just kind of, take advantage of it and also support him. Tanks are pushing in. I think we dropped our Orisa for Ryan, it looks like, but I could just be mistaken. Just obviously trying to focus heal the tanks, but they dropped their damage booster, and so that's kind of like deterring our push. Of course, keeping good tabs on the soldier up here with me, and just poking for heals. Yeah, I got a little bit too aggressive at that point with keeping the heals up. The bubble kind of helped me out there, but I really should have, dialed it back a little bit and healed myself up because there really is no advantage of getting some heals off if I die. It's better to lose a tank than a healer, in my opinion. All right, so on the walk here, me and Zulu actually communicate ult status, and I get some hip fire heals off on him. Not that it really matters, but just to keep that up. Orisa has a really uncanny ability in this match to always pop fortify when I try to sleep dart her. Otherwise, that would have been a really good moment because she's right there opening the choke. Ryan was coming up. He might have been able to charge her, or we could have just gotten a lot of damage off on her really quickly. Um, we have pretty good team composition right now. We're all pretty grouped up. I get a cheeky heal off that Genji on the corner, and he notices and appreciates that. We're looking pretty good. Zarya's at high energy right now, and we're getting into a good position to actually maybe ult in. And there's a graviton surge. I boost Zulu, and he gets the sights off. Genji starts going crazy with the graviton surge, and Zenyatta pops his ultimate and ensure nobody dies from that push. And that is effectively an instant win. Um, and that's really the gist of it. Having good hip fire healing is really kind of what a lot of this came down to. Like as you saw towards the end there was some good, basically corner peaked hip fire shots on Genji, and he was climbing over walls. So now is be ready. So situational awareness, at least in this situation, was really key. And having communication with your friend, like knowing when they're low or knowing when to check, just kind of getting that sixth sense that you can really only develop over experience and just getting it wrong a lot of the time. And that should help out with just getting better overall healing across your team, I believe. This was a rather like good example because like we just absolutely decimated them at the end. I'll try to get some more real examples here in the future.